Hey everybody, it's the Commodore from the Clan of the Grey Wolf, and you are watching this week's installment of the Weekly Ringer here on clanofthegreywolf.com. I hope that this will be a Weekly Ringer that actually runs at a little bit of a shorter time, because the last two Weekly Ringers have been very long, 24, 25 minutes plus, and that's just too much. For what I was really, I don't know if it's too much, but I will say this. I definitely never intended the series to go for this long. I initially, just to give you an idea, when I started the series, wanted every video to be at about 5 or 6 minutes, 10 minutes at most. So the fact that we've really gone past that says, number one, I'm really glad that you all are very interested in actually listening to what I say past that amount of time. But two, I probably have let it get a little out of hand in talking about all the things that you guys have brought to the table. So I appreciate you listening and appreciate you continuing with me and actually listening to the entire thing, which I know some of you, well, you have to do in order to know the question to a certain degree. So I just want to say thank you all to you for not only participating, but for keeping on with me even when I talk for 25 minutes. All right, so what I'm going to do is, as I always do, is wrap up last week's Wringer, which was about cartoon music and theme songs, and I just am blown away by what the community came up with this week. Maybe one of the best responded to Ringers of all time that we've had yet, which is always very exciting. I'll give you my thoughts and some of my favorites at the same time, and then I will move on to the question for the Weekly Ringer for next week, as we always do. So, I also have my glasses on today. I have a little bit of an eye allergy thing going on, so I can't wear my contacts, and I know there's a little bit of a glare and a little bit of bright spots in my glasses right now. You can see some of the lights I've got, but I have the window open too, so I'm hoping that, cut down a little bit of the glare for this week. So anyway, I hope you don't mind that I have my glasses on. I had it on for the podcast this week too, so you'll just have to forgive me for that one. All right, so let's talk about last week's Ringer. Last week's Ringer was about specific cartoon music, specifically theme songs, your favorite theme songs of all time. I was really thinking more of a 90s focus, but as always, I don't think I really said it that way, and so we really opened up the can of worms, and you guys came up with some tremendous stuff. I want to say before I start, this is one of those great weeks on the Weekly Ringer where I feel like I learned a lot. There were a few things in there that I don't even remember, or only really vaguely remember because I watched those things maybe a few times when I was very young and only kind of have it in the back of my head. So you guys definitely jogged my memory and or expanded my knowledge base for old cartoons. And let me tell you, what I'm feeling like doing after all the great responses this week, I would love to just, I know you can't rebroadcast these things on the internet. It would be very, very illegal to do that. But I wish all of us could just get together and spend an afternoon and watch some old cartoons and drink a few beers. That would certainly be pretty sweet. I would love to do that this week. Unfortunately, the geography makes it very difficult. But anyway, you guys did a great job of kicking up the nostalgia. You certainly kicked it up in me if I want to spend a whole afternoon or a whole day watching cartoons. You guys have done a great job. So thanks so much for your submissions. As always, this week in particular, though, you did a great job digging into the bag and coming up with some things that I never even would have thought of. So, I'm going to go down the list of some of the things that I thought were excellent contributions. I will not inevitably get to all of them, especially if I'm going to try to hold this at a reasonable amount of time. But I will try to get to all the ones that I thought had some really great contributions past the ones I would have automatically thought about on my own. So I did these in order, so I'm just going to go, if they seem like they're in any kind of order, it's the order in which they posted. So there's no particular preference here for any reason. Estolia, I want to thanks for all the reflections. There was like 3 or 4 posts. You even commented at a certain point that you were a little upset that you'd posted 3 and 4 times. No problems at all. That's what the Ringer's all about. I want you to be able to go home the next day and go, oh man, I forgot about 1 or 2 of these that I really wanted to share with the Commodore and with the community. So no worries about repeat posts. Don't worry about it. I also want to say that the Droids television show and the Stuart Copeland performed theme song for it was a blast from the past for me. Have not heard that in many, many, many years. And I don't even know that I ever actually watched an episode. I probably just caught a piece of it here and there, and the theme song when I heard it was just incredible. So thank you so much, Estolia, for posting about the droids. That was truly an awesome experience back from the 80s. Nightcrawler, the King Arthur and Knights of the Round, and I mean I just thought, or the Knights of Justice, I apologize. That was an awesome experience. Thanks so much for posting that one up there. Again, knew that one. I definitely have watched episodes of that show. It was a little bit later. Loved it. Thought it was really, really cool and wondered why it died. It was one of those cartoon shows that you remember from when you were a kid, and you can't remember like the last time you saw it, but you remember that it happened and then it was gone. So anyway, that was a great contribution. Thanks for that. GRA 007. The Batman, the animated series, wow, great contribution. That one's definitely in my top 10 list, probably my top 5 list, to be honest. It's just a fantastic interpretation of the Danny Elfman composition, and it was used so well for the theme of the show with the film noir kind of feel and the Art Deco nature of that show. It just fit in perfectly, and I think they did such a masterful job. Batman the Animated Series, I will say this, isn't just kind of the best Batman that shaped a lot of the folks in our generation's perception of Batman. I think it probably gets as close as you can get to what Batman really should be, than maybe, arguably, the Christopher Nolan Dark Knight Batman series, which I think is pretty close. But gotta say, that Batman the Animated Series music is just awesome. Temu John, thank you for bringing up the Disney movies. That was not at all what I was thinking of when I asked this question, but you are absolutely right, my friend. Tremendous contributions from Disney in the movie space, in the film space, right? So we all know our favorite Disney movies, and we all know that almost all of them are musicals. And so there's some tremendous music and some songs that really help to tie those periods of our life together with that music. So thanks so much for that contribution. Let's see. And looks like we have a newbie this week, Drunk Badger. Welcome to the Weekly Ringer with Teenage Mutant Ninja Hero Turtles, because he is from the UK, where they weren't allowed to say ninja. Still not quite clear on that, but that's okay. I understand. Ninja, I don't know, whatever. But the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle theme song is absolutely one of the best that there ever was. And I know several of you had posted videos that had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle included as part of a compilation. Awesome. Love that song. It's just one of the best, and absolutely is deserving of mention. Let's see. We have, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, which was mentioned several times throughout, but I'm going to mention Chrono Trigger, who actually brought that to the site in the comments, I think, first, other than outside of a compilation. Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers is, again, one of those. It's a Disney afternoon, which I hint you're going to see again in this very Weekly Ringer video. Absolutely must be included. Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers is one of the best of even the Disney afternoon ones. And Twilight Link came up with Transformers movie, and in terms of an animated feature that was not a Disney film, I got to say that the original Transformers movie, I think it was 1985, 1986, I'm not sure exactly when, but the original Transformers movie had an awesome, awesome theme, and it was tremendous music, and I just want to say thank you so much for including that as well. And all the dot hack stuff. I have to confess, I am not an anime person. That's not my thing. Any of you that maybe have listened to some of our podcasts, some of the echo screens out there, realize that we have not. I am not a big anime fan. That's not my thing. But the dot hack music is a force to be reckoned with, and one that just cannot be ignored. So thank you for bringing that up. Several of you were talking about dot hack, and I thought that was just absolutely crucial to our conversation. So let me give you now, or let me try to assemble this in a way